Hello and welcome to Homeland Security 1337. This is the introduction to terrorism and Homeland Security. This is a brand new class that I'm serving online in this format. What I've done differently this time than I've done any time before is that your textbook is right here online. It's down there in the tab that says Student Forum / FAQs. If you click on that link, you're going to see a link that says MindTap Course. When you went to the bookstore to buy your book, they gave you this little 15, 16 digit code and a whole bunch of loose leaf papers. The loose leaf papers are there for those of you who still like to have a book in your hand. It's a lot cheaper. I was at the bookstore a little while ago. It's $93 to accomplish this way instead of the actual textbook, which is close to $200. So the MindTap course has a textbook included. So when you go into the student forum and you click on MindTap course, it's going to pop up another window. You need to set your browser to allow pop-ups from Howard College Blackboard. And if it doesn't work, Google Chrome, and they'll all give you instructions on how to do that. But you need to have pop-ups allowed. The MindTap course from Cengage will pop up. It will ask you for your code number. You put in your code number, and it'll give you access to the course. It will give you access to just about everything and anything that you need. All of this, most of the scored and gradable assignments are going to be there. The midterm and the final are going to be there. And it just moves along. So there's also a class cafe for everybody to go in and introduce themselves. So I want everybody to sit there and introduce themselves to everybody else in the class. This is again the first time that this class is being used in this format. So please be open and tell me what you think about the way that I have formatted this class this time. Okay, so if you cruise down to tab 1, and all the tabs are there on the left hand side of your screen. Each and every tab is going to have 3 folders. The first folder is lesson resources, the class discussions, and the assignments. If you click onto the lesson resources, it will give you the objectives, the key terms, the chapter outlines, chapter summaries. There's a video case study for you to do. You'll watch the video, and it'll have some questions for you to ask. This is a practice. It's not put in the grade book. It's just for your own edification. The reading section is going to be chapter 1 of the textbook, and it will give you the entire reading section and portion for this lesson. The visual summary is an interactive PowerPoint that gives you a visual summary, and then there are PowerPoint presentations, one from the textbook and from the publisher, and one of my own. In a lot of tabs, like in tab 2, you're going to also see other videos. You will see starting in, I'm wanting to say in tab 3, it might be 4. Oops, let's back up. In tab 4, you're going to see beyond the text. Starting in tab 3, you're going to see a folder that says beyond the text. And this is going to give you videos. It's going to give you other documentation, other things that relate to the chapter in the course. So you go through those at your own will and your own edification. Okay, back to the regular. Each week there's going to be a discussion. And this discussion requires you to answer the question before you can even post to anybody else or read anybody else's discussion. You have to post your own original discussion. Make sure that this discussion is in accordance with my rules, which are you require outside sources, outside beyond the text sources, to develop your discussion. You are required to have a reference list and any in-text citations for any facts that are included. Make sure you also have to respond to at least one of your classmates. Once you've posted your original post, you'll get a list of everybody that's already posted. You need to respond to at least one of those, and then you have to reply to anybody who responds to you. And so I recommend that because each lesson and each tab starts on Monday, it ends on Sunday, you'll have about 3 weeks total to view that information. Once the due date is gone, you cannot see it anymore. But I recommend that on Monday and Tuesday you prepare, you go through all the resources that I give you. On Wednesday you do your discussion forum. On Thursday and Friday you respond to at least one student, and then on Sunday you reply to anybody who responded to you. Okay. Also, if you go into the third folder is assignments. And assignments, you're going to see you decide part 1, part 2. It's a video, and then it's going to ask you questions about how you would respond being a Homeland Security professional. You would be required to respond and give your understanding. You can take these up to 3 times each. Your best grade will end up in the grade book. And then you have the chapter exam for each chapter. Each chapter does allow you to take the quiz or take the test up to 3 times. The highest grade will end up in the grade book. Okay. Also, on several weeks in the assignment tabs, you're going to see a folder that says writing assignments. There are 4 sections of writing assignments that come along with the text in the MindTap course, and they help you with writing papers. And then on week 4, week 8, week 12, and week 15, you have your research paper. This research paper is to be between 5 and 7 pages of text in APA format and set up in a way so that you can write a paper on any topic within terrorism or homeland security. I don't really want to see a paper on 9/11. I've read enough papers on 9/11. But if you feel like you have to write a paper on 9/11 because that's where Homeland Security started, then you can do so, but only one of you. There's going to be a research forum starting in week 1 and going throughout the rest of the semester for questions about your research paper. But during the first 2 weeks, it's a first come, first serve. You put the title of your research paper in the title block for your discussion forum, and once you have selected it, nobody else can do a paper on that subject. This is going to be a fun semester. We're going to talk about a whole lot of things, international terrorism, and with everything that's going on right now, as I'm recording this, we've just finished a terrorist attack, or just finished trying to recover from a terrorist attack in Paris, and another in Mali, where ISIS jihadists have took over those buildings and tourist attractions, and they've killed a whole bunch of people. There's a whole lot of discussion going on, and which is also really interesting is because this will be a spring semester. We've got the primary season going on. There's going to be a lot of discussion, a lot of talk about terrorism and fighting terrorism in the elections, and we can move those discussions into this course. It should be a fun, empowering, enlightening semester. I hope to see you each and every week. And if you have any other questions, do not hesitate to go to the instructor's office where there is an Ask the Professor forum, and I will be there to help you. Also, throughout the semester, you might see more videos like this one from around about Howard College or Big Spring or San Angelo or wherever I decide to make a video, and to add emphasis on each week's studies. So here we go. Let's get ready for the introduction of terrorism and homeland security. HMSY 1337, Howard College, Criminal Justice Department. And I am Dr. John Fisher.